Yeah, I don't know. You get the thumbs up and you get the thumbs down, and they're just a bunch of dicks. I will talk to you later. Hi, that was me doing some improv. Not a real thing. You're all good people. There's good people, fine people on both sides of you. Let's do a little Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood. Why? Because flak files that fell off the internet. There's a truck, a series of tubes. One of them led to my house and dropped, I don't know, 1,000 CDs worth of flak files. I gotta burn them. Cause how are you gonna get rid of them if you don't burn them? Okay. What I got here is a stack of records. Woo! You never seen nothing like it except the last 12 videos I did. That's like it. Sorta. But they're different records. Maybe a duplicate. No promises. Alright. Now this is odd. It's not odd at all if you've ever been to Vegas. Wayne Newton. Song of the Year. Award-winning songs by the winning young singer who's known as Mr. Excitement. And this record is known as Free from WBN. WBEN. WBEN. That's Ben. The rat. The little rat, king of the rats, Ben, as sung by Michael Jackson. Alright, now. This was a radio session copy. Okay. Strangers of the Night, Michelle, The Impossible Dream, Somewhere My Love, Born Free, Green Green Grass of Home, What Now My Love, Winchester Cathedral. But 3 songs are crossed through. You can't play these on the radio because of their explicit content. Almost Persuaded. These Boots Are Made for Walking. And Georgie Girl. Promiscuity. Because Wayne Newton was like 9 when this was released. You can't be singing that crap when you're don't got a hair one. Okay, now this one, I picked this up for $1, and I knew right then it was a quality recording. Ella Swings Brightly with Nelson. Ella Fitzgerald, Nelson Riddle. They're swinging. They're together. Things like The Gentleman Is a Dope. Mean to Me. Alone Together, not the Dave Mason Alone Together. Love Me or Leave Me. When Your Lover Is Gone. I've gonna go fishing. 99 cents at the Goodwill. Process 35 percussion. One of those records. Okay, Spinorama S94. Alright, it's stereophonic, damn it. O Solo Mio, La Rosa, Mambo Bayo, Bill Bailey, Donana, Vida, El Choclo. I think that's an insult. El Choclo. Viva Bossa Nova. Now this has got Shelly Manne, Max Bennett, Bob Cooper, Milt Holland, Justin Gordon, Chico Guerrero. He was a revolutionary, fought in the Spanish-American War, didn't he? Chico Guerrero? I'm thinking Chavo Guerrero. He's a wrestler. Howard Roberts, Jimmy Rowles, Alviola. I don't know any of those people. Maybe Shelly Manne. Okay. Theme from Route 66, Naked City theme, Moon River, Mr. Lucky, Lollipops and Roses, Ramblin' Rose, Lazy River, Teach Me Tonight, Bossa Nova. Song of Hawaii, we're culturally appropriating. Lenny McIntyre and his orchestra. Hammond for Dancing. The Joe Don Baker Trio. Wait, Don Baker Trio. That's different. The Joe Don Baker Trio would just come out there and drunkenly fall over Mitchell. The Lonely Bull. You know, I have apparently so many albums that I'm starting to doubt whether I've gone through this stack already or not. If I have, I might have to apologize. But since no one's really watching, it doesn't really matter. Things are good. You know, I might have gone through some of these records already. I'll know for sure when I'm done and it will be too late. The Lonely Bull. It's on Diplomat Records. Fine records need not be expensive. The Lonely Bull and stirring music of bullfights. Madrid Aficionado Brass Orchestra. Lots of Mexican songs. Peg of My Heart, Jerry Morad's harmonicas. It's a Columbia. You got Al, Jerry, and Don. So you know for sure who's who. Twilight Time, Galloping Comedians, Minute Waltz, or it could be Minute Waltz, very wee little waltz. One Stormy Night. It's a sexy cover, implied sex, implied erotic fulfillment, but it's really just the Mystic Moods Orchestra. You remember Mood Rings? Frankie Lane, he's hell-bent for leather. I'm thinking he was ahead of his time. It was only a good 10, 12 years later, you got the Village People. Enough said. Rawhide, High Noon, Wanted Man, Cool Water, Along the Navajo Trail, Bowie Knife, City Boy, Mule Train, and the orchestra and chorus conducted by Johnny Williams. You know who Johnny Williams is? He discovered Stravinsky and became the world's hugest movie score conductor. Best of the Doobies. Now, there's Michael McDonald right there. And this is Jeff Skunk Baxter, who is apparently by all a great guitar player, a NASA scientist, and apparently an asshole. That's what I hear. I'm just relaying it. Legit NASA scientist, though. All right, this came in a different record sleeve, and I was disappointed to not have the record that I purchased, because what I did was I checked to make sure the record was in there, and the record was clean, and it is. It looks good, except it's Queen, A Day at the Races instead of whatever I thought it was, but not a problem. I don't have any Queen on vinyl. Well, now I do. I'm not even sure what the record was. Couldn't have been that good. It wasn't as good as Queen. I guarantee you that. Herb Alpert Rise. A good influential jazz band song. Had to dump his Tijuana brass on its Tijuana ass. Night Flight. Alright. This is one of those that has all the different songs. This is a K-Tel joint. Doesn't have the pictures like they used to, though. I Can't Go For That, No Can Do. That's Hall & Oates. Here I Am, Air Supply. Cool Night, Paul Davis. So we're talking like 1981-82 neighborhood. Slow Hand, the Pointer Sisters. Being With You, Smokey Robinson. Step by Step, Eddie Rabbitt. Winning, Santana. It took a lot of patience to listen to one of these albums. Because for one thing, all the tracks are mashed together and compressed. And another thing, it's just like you need some kind of antipsychotic medication just to listen to the whole thing, right? Am I right? That's side one. Side two, for the continuing sake of Pete, is the theme from The Greatest American Hero, believe it or not. Joey Scarberry. You ever hear from him again? Oh No, the Commodores. Used effectively in the film The Last American Virgin. They made us sad. The Nerds, pre-Revenge of the Nerds, we didn't have anything going on. And then Revenge of the Nerds was just an Animal House ripoff. They didn't really get their revenge. We're in this love together, Al Jarreau. Take My Heart, You Can Have It If You Want It, Kool and the Gang. When She Was My Girl, The Four Tops. Just Once, Quincy Jones. Again, Last American Virgin. Last scene of that film. It's a heartbreaker. That girl, okay, he took care of her. He paid for her abortion. And then she's back with the guy that knocked her up. And he's driving and crying to this song, Just Once. And it doesn't really tell you what happened to him. For all you know, he went and killed himself. Has that guy ever worked again? No. That wasn't a movie. That was a reality show thing. It happened. Diane Franklin, though. Ooh. Man, oh. Okay. An Angel of the Morning, Juice Newton. The Amityville 2, The Possession. She was in that. She was in a film called Third Time Lucky, or was that the Foghat song? Anyways, her tits were just all over the place. It was a good movie. Okay, The Byrds, Greatest Hits. Now, this has their greatest hits, as one might infer. Lots of Bob Dylan song, Mr. Tambourine Man, Turn, Turn, Turn. He didn't write that. The Bible wrote that. 8 Miles High, Chimes of Freedom, Mr. Spaceman, My Back Pages, which was a good Bob Dylan song, and also apparently the name of a couple of different movies on Pornhub. That's just what I heard. I have no way to prove this. Crystal Gayle, neat little singer, cute girl, Loretta Lynn's sister, cousin. Okay, what's on here? Too Many Lovers. I need a flashlight and I don't have one. Anyway, Crystal Gayle. And this is These Days. Get it on, get it on. Got no choice but to get it on. Mandate, get it on. Smoking in the Boys' Room, Brownsville Station. This is a Ronco record. Funky Worm, The Ohio Players, Spiders and Snakes, Jim Stafford, Stir It Up, Johnny Nash. I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little Bit More, Baby, Barry White, Drinking Wine, Jerry Lee Lewis, To Know You Is to Love You, B.B. King. Yes We Can, The Pointer Sisters, Love Train, The OJs, The Morning After, Maureen McGovern, theme for the Poseidon Adventure, Playground in My Mind, Clint Holmes, cover of the Rolling Stone, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, You'll Never Get to Heaven, the Stylistics. Apparently You'll Never Get to Heaven If You Break My Heart. Is that the song? Or is it just a song saying You'll Never Get to Heaven? Because those could be two different songs. One of them is just like, oh, don't break my heart, you'll never get to heaven. The other one is just like, you're going to hell. You, all of you. The Hell Express. Ain't no woman like the one I've got. Four Tops also spoke Zarathustra. Drift Away. The Happiest Girl in the Whole USA, Donna Fargo. I've got my eye on some Donna Fargo records. And there may be a bulk purchase of some $1 Donna Fargo records. I'm just trying to tip you off here. I'm not going to tell you where they are because they're mine. It's got to happen. Me and Mrs. Jones, that's Billy Paul, whose real name is Paul Williams, but he couldn't use the name Paul Williams because this guy was using it. Okay, little baby short man. I make a note of guys that are shorter than me, and there's so few of them, it's not going to be an issue. Dudley Moore comes up, Prince comes up, little Paul Williams, Paul Simon maybe. He's like all 5 foot nothing, and he's like this on me. Okay. And Painted Ladies by Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas is the brother of Dave Thomas from SCTV. Ian Thomas wrote the America song Right Before Your Eyes, which is a great song, and the Santana song. What is that song? Don't know. Anyway, the Santana song that I can't remember right now, even though I've heard it 5,000 times. Doesn't matter. But there's one song on here that's not. It's circled, and it said, My Song. Okay? That's a little cursive writing. We used to do that back in the day. They don't get it now. Lobo, I'd Love You to Want Me. Somebody loved that song so much, they circled it. And that's my dead dog dedication. Nantucket, Long Way to the Top. Now, this is an epic record. I may have heard it. I haven't listened to it, but I may have heard it and I don't know it, and I couldn't tell you right now. That Santana song is called Hold On. Now, there's a Wilson Phillips song called Hold On. There's an Ian Gomes song called Hold On. But this Santana song is called Hold On. And they're all different songs. The Wilson Phillips song, Hold On, is not a good song. Patti Page, Indiscretion. Found out Patti Page died in 2013, I believe. She didn't look like this. But what a singer. Autumn Leaves, Indiscretion, it all depends on you. Everything happens to me. I'll walk alone. You call everybody darling. We couldn't just say goodbye. In Love in Vain, not Love in Vain. That's a different song. Smiles. Lover Come Back to Me. For You, 'Tis Autumn. Neil Diamond, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. I still don't know for a fact that I haven't already looked at these records. But I had a system. Maybe it'll work out. I'm glad you're here with me tonight. You Don't Bring Me Flowers is on here. Do I have 2 copies of this? Free Man in Paris. Is that Joni Mitchell's Free Man in Paris? God Only Knows. Is that the Beach Boys? God Only Knows. Desiree. Now that was a Neil Diamond song. As If. Now, taking my chances here. Now this is a bonus record from the Columbia Record Club. And it is unknown to me. I'm going to have to whip it out. And also the record. Bewitched. Not for sale. I'm not guessing Bewitched, the TV series. That's some little ass writing. Anyway, some kind of crap that they gave you for being in the Columbia Record Club so many years ago, and I don't think it was the same Columbia Record Club that we all took for so much money back in the day. I don't think it was, but it could have been. Those that giving away free records, then it could very well have been the same club. They didn't know they were giving away free records. They thought we were going to pay for them. The Fools, the Mad Wonderful Fools. Tribute to Eddie Duchin, played by Al Lerner. Again, don't know who Eddie Duchin is or was. A true high-fidelity recording. Manhattan, Nocturne E-flat. My heart belongs to Daddy. It must be true. I can't give you anything but love. Love walked in. Not the Van Halen song, which was awesome. The Mancini touch. Henry Mancini, that is. Kind of a Joe Biden thing where he's going around touching things. Let's see. Mostly for lovers. Boy, you like young, my one and only love. Traveling light, let's walk a cool shade of blue. That's all. Mancini. News and Lewis and the News Sports. This is one of the albums I got from Columbia Record and Tape Club, except it was early 80s and I got it in cassette form because that was my preferred method of listening to songs at the time. Now let's see, I'm really familiar with this album. I have heard this album dozens of times. Heart of Rock and Roll, Heart and Soul, Bad is Bad, I Want a New Drug, Attention, Ray Parker Jr. You need to pay your bills for the things you've done. Walking on a Thin Line, Finally Found a Home, If This Is It, You Crack Me Up, Honky Tonk Blues. I know every note on this album. What's wrong with me? And it's a short stack. Short whack stack of wax. And I'm hoping that I haven't looked at that before, because I would feel like a fool. And we all know what happens when I feel like a fool. People get hurt. But listen to that. Some Velvet Morning. What a messed up song. How many drugs? And what kind of drugs? What unusual combination of known and unknown substances could you have taken to write Some Velvet Morning? I'd ask Lee Hazelwood, but he's busy being dead. I'd ask Nancy Sinatra, but she probably never had it figured out. I love Nancy Sinatra. She's beautiful, sexy, maybe not so much now, but back then, but not a thought passed through her head. It's just like, or in the ear thing there. More like, and who knows what it was being put in her ears. We're guessing dicks. That was inappropriate. I'm sorry, Nancy Sinatra. But here's the deal. And I know you had to wait till Dad was dead. Or almost dead before you posed for Playboy. You waited too long. We needed that earlier. Much earlier. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Nancy Sinatra. You Only Live Twice, in my opinion, is the best James Bond theme, despite the fact that you're singing it. See, I got ideas, man. Ideas right up in my head. Like the JFK thing, except right here. The ideas are stored there and not coming out until I say so. All right, here's the thing. Now, I'm a bit of a researcher, right? They say fanatic, they say obsessive. That day, and I've been listening to, I'd say obsessively, listening to JFK assassination reports from that day. And okay, Mauser. They say it's a Mauser. They don't say nothing about a Mannlicher Carcano, right? It's a Mauser, 6.5 Mauser, right? And then they're like, oh, we found 3 shells on the floor, 3 on the floor, and the gun's there, and it's got another bullet in it. 6.5 seconds. What was that? 3. Anyway. Okay. Bam. 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 First he's had a line of rip, right? Bam, bam, bam. And then just put it in there and then put the gun down. No. Frustration. My time's up. My time may totally be up. But don't let get that to you. I'll be back. There's more records, man. This is ridiculous how many records I have. I didn't think I had any. I'm totally underestimating this whole project. What are you going to do?